got long black hair, and she's smoking on a fat cigar.
Hello, everybody. That was Jeff Pitchell's Fat Cigar you were just listening to, and that means it's time for Not Just Blowing Smoke.
That's what it means?
Yes, it is.
All right.
That's what it means every Monday at 8 o'clock. Coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio Headquarters in Londonderry, New Hampshire. Be sure to subscribe to us on Podbean, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, or wherever else you get your podcast from, especially if you're streaming live on YouTube or Facebook. And I am Pastor Padron. I'm here with my co-hosts, Nick
Pat
and Dave.
Oh, all right.
Nick.
I'm not Pat, no.
No, you weren't last week either.
Wow, you messed up yourself, boy.
Yeah.
No. I did that on purpose. I thought
Pat's
he was gonna
white.
He is very much so. A lot more tan than he is.
And he wears shorter pants.
And tighter.
Well,
And tighter, yes.
Tighter.
Both are true.
Tighter, yes.
And pink.
Well, he on occasion he does wear some off colors and some fuchsias and
Yeah,
stuff like that. It's all the trend nowadays, man.
it is.
It's all the trend
It
nowadays.
is.
Pat is on the utmost level of
Metrosexuality.
no, Jesus,
Yeah.
my goodness. All the trends that are going on right now, all the new trends.
So, metrosexuality.
man. I suppose.
Wow. Okay. I'm not even sure I really know what that means, or that anybody knows what that means.
It means you're like into the things. That's what it means. You're just like you got like all the fads, all this, all you're into that. You're being in the metro, like the city. You're involved in what's hot.
That sounds.
That's nothing
Well,
to do with
that's
sex.
very much Pat. Pat is
Sounds-
very into what's hot.
Yes.
Pat is on the up and up.
That's true.
He always keeps up with the Joneses. Actually, the Joneses are always trying to keep up with Pat.
Hey.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Things are going real well for the boy.
That's right.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
right.
We might actually be having him and Josh from the PCA on the show.
We were talking about that
in the
yesterday.
near
Yeah,
future, yeah.
He was saying he was saying
There's
he
a
was trying to
ton
have-
of stuff going on right now because
Oh yeah.
the FDA has apparently decided to appeal the ruling,
Oh,
which basically threw them out.
what a surprise! Oh my goodness! Of course they're
yeah.
gonna try to appeal that. They want control. They don't have
we don't-
control.
We don't care if we don't have any evidence. We want control.
Well, that's the
It's all about
that's the
control,
interesting
man.
thing. Talking to Pat, in an appeal, you can't present anything new. You just have to show why they were wrong about the decision they made. And that's what I was
Well,
saying.
Is
Dave,
that
was
really true? Because, if someone's in jail and they have an appeal and they have new evidence, they obviously allow it because then the person
Well, they have to go to a new trial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have to do
there's
a
a
new
difference
trial.
between a retrial and an appeal.
Yeah, when you're appealing the
You're appealing you want to
Whatever the argument
represent the
was.
case.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if there was something that they got wrong, if the defense had something wrong, or the attorneys that are representing the state got something wrong, then they can appeal it because it's wrong. But if it's new evidence, then it's got to be a new trial. And anybody that's watching, please correct me if I am wrong. Even though we
feel
have
free.
our in-house lawyer just sitting about 100 feet away, but
Yep.
I mean,
Nose in the books.
but
Nose
I
in the
mean,
book.
oh yeah, he's hardcore studying. And I probably said this before. I really give him the utmost respect from coming in here day after day and studying as hard as he does. Because if it was me, I would be a big fat F in that class because it would be a major distraction.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars.
Fantastic.
Effort not fantastic. I'll tell you that.
No,
I would not be able to get any work done.
I'm just like Pat in that sense. When I was full time in school and working as a pastor, I always got more work
Well, you're
done
just like
at the
that.
smoke shop.
Because you worked
Then
at
I
the
did.
smoke shop and went to school. He was working at a smoke
Oh.
shop and went to school.
Well, no, but
there
I
are
mean,
a lot of
I
parallels
had an
there.
office. I had an office at the church. I could sit in there and be quiet.
Hello?
But never
Yeah.
got anything done.
Yeah.
At home.
Can't
never
smoke.
got anything done.
Can't smoke at the
Can't
church.
smoke. Can't smoke at church.
That
You
doesn't make any
can't,
sense.
so it's just.
Should be able to smoke at church.
I wrote 3 books in the smoke shop.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Pastor Padron is published.
Good for you, my
Published.
friend.
Pastor
Righteous.
Padron.
You
Yep.
can also get his comics online as well. Amazon.com. they're animated comics.
The books are on Amazon. The comics are in my. Yeah, they haven't been published yet. But
Oh my,
yeah.
that is such an interesting IPA.
Now
Probably
we are.
introduce it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably should.
So this is the spicy episode. We are smoking some spicy things. Aganorsa, Connecticut. The Aniversario, Connecticut Toro. It is a 6 1/4 by 52. It's an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrap. That's a soft box press around Nicaraguan binder and filler. And one of the things I'm going to want to talk about, let's get into the cigar a little bit,
Let's go.
is the difference, if there is any, comparing and contrasting between this cigar and the La Aroma de Cuba Connecticut that we had last week, which basically is the same components. You know, it's different. The tobacco's from different regions. You know, obviously they're not using Aganorsa tobacco, and
Right.
you know, but it's the Ecuadorian Connecticut wrap around Nicaraguan binder filler. So one's done by Pepin, this is done by Aganorsa. I think they taste very different, and I'd like to talk about how they're alike, how they're
Yes.
different.
I think
that would be a good thing to
they're
do.
similar, but there is some major differences about them.
Yep. The spice being one of those things.
The spice. Do you want to get into it right away?
Well, let's talk about what we're pairing with it first. You want
Yes.
to talk
Yeah.
about the beer?
Go
Tonight's
ahead.
a beer pairing.
So tonight's a beer pairing,
Beer.
and we got
Beer.
Cisco Brewing Company's it's not, what is it? An All American IPA that Kendra said. I forgot. I'm so sorry. But it's a damn good IPA, and so I came
Game
up
Day IPA.
Game
right?
Day IPA.
Game Day IPA.
Yes, and
We just had an event here yesterday with
we
them
did.
and with this.
And we already
Patriots
forgot about it.
game.
Yep, and there were some Patriots tickets that were raffled off, and one of our regulars that comes here all the time. Can we say his name online? Yeah, we can say his name.
Yeah,
right?
we can
He's
say his name. Yeah.
Barry.
Barry.
Actually, it wasn't even Barry. It was his wife, Heidi. Heidi won tickets, but technically, by default, Barry also won the tickets. So they get some Patriots tickets, which is fantastic.
Nice. Good for Barry. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
That's why he was celebrating today. He grabbed the Don Pepin
40
anniversary.
Well, the 20th. It's
yeah.
a $40 cigar.
the
It's
$40 cigar,
anniversary.
20th anniversary, and he grabbed one. And he was need to celebrate, and I was wondering why, and I was like, and then they said that that Heidi won, and I was like, oh, all right, that's why he's celebrating, baby.
Yep.
Good for him.
When you're sitting in front of the computer checking prices all day, that's how you think about cigars. Oh, that's the $40. No, it's the 20th anniversary.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
So yes,
Now that we know what we're drinking
Yes.
and what we're smoking, let's talk a little bit about the cigar.
okay. So the cigar is fantastic. I
I
mean,
love Aganorsa.
Aganorsa makes some serious stuff. I mean, I think it's got to be one of our hidden gems that's in the walk-in. You get a lot of people that go straight to the Padrones, and it's a hell of a corner that we have that in, because it's right next to Padrones, it's right next to LFD. On this other side of LFD, you got JC Newman. I mean, that's a hell of a corner to be in between. You know what I mean?
They're with good company. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does. You know,
Or are they with good company?
vice versa. I
You
like
can
it.
say it both ways.
Yes,
definitely.
absolutely. And and we have a very good selection of our Aganorsa. I mean, we have everything. But a lot of people I see, and we still get a lot of people that pick from Aganorsa. We get some people that come in and just buy boxes of Aganorsa. But sometimes I do feel bad, because a lot of people will go straight to the Padrones, and then they'll just glance right over and go to JC Newman or go to LFD, or just take that corner and just keep going around. And it's like, my man, you got some beautiful cigars right there.
Yeah.
Pick some cigars right there, man.
Well,
So
that's part of the job of the tobacconist is
Absolutely.
to make sure that people do not pass over the good stuff.
yes, absolutely,
Based on your selection, you need this in your life.
absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Is that how you go about it in Hookset?
I see what they pick out, and I'm just like, you need this.
You take this, take it now.
Take it.
Yep. That's Kurt's Tobacconist 101. Rule number 8.
Section 3,
Subsection 4.
subsection 4,
It is
subsection
our
of the
duty
subsection
to
B.
lighten the load of their wallet so they can carry more cigars.
Of course. Did you learn that as well, young Skywalker?
All righty.
So
So, how are you guys doing?
All right.
I'm
You know,
I'm
I
loving
gotta-
it. I mean, it's going back to if you wanted to compare
Yeah.
this one to the aroma de Cuba, Connecticut. I mean, it definitely has some similarities, but it's a totally different animal. I think.
Grapefruit.
It's similar where you get that sweetness in there. There's a sweetness. I know John said in that one in the Connecticut that we had that the last week
Yep.
that there was like a buttercream sweetness, which there was. It was
Joe.
Sorry,
Yes.
John. That's it, John?
You said John.
Sorry,
Joe,
Joe.
mama.
I'm sorry, dude. And I get a little bit of that, but it's not as I can't say it's potent, but it's not as loud.
Yeah, it's
In
not
this
as
cigar.
forward.
Right. And it's more the cigar's more refined. There's some really smoothness in there and
It's a lot smoother.
it's complex and it's obviously definitely got some more spice, I think, than the Roma de Cuba. But there is some similarities, but it's different at the same time.
It's definitely got some more zest. And the beer is amplifying it. And I'm getting a lot of lemon
It's ramping
zest.
up. It's ramping
Yeah.
up the spice and the zest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not cutting down on the pepper at all. It's like a white pepper spice in the retro.
Yeah, it's more like a
especially.
white pepper. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's still creamy, which is, it's very nice.
Yeah.
But I think that's a theme, I dare say, with Aganorsa, is spice.
Yes,
They
I
have
would
a
agree.
lot of spice.
Yep.
I would
You
agree.
like spice?
I think the
You
only
need some
cigar
Aganorsa.
from Aganorsa that I don't get spice on is their Maduro. That's the only one that I don't get spice on. I get just a lot of dark chocolate notes in there, no spice. It's really smooth, really bold, and it doesn't come off as like a full body as far as nicotine or strength is concerned. As far as strength is concerned on that cigar, it's running a strong medium, but it's a full flavored cigar. It's such a wonderful stick.
One of the things I like about Aganorsa is their Connecticut has a lot more going on
Yeah,
than your average Connecticut out there. It goes for their core line as well as the Anniversary here.
Yep.
And if you don't retrohale, you're not going to get spice at all.
yeah,
You're going to get it very creamy, very nutty. Some nice, that buttery, and
Buttercream.
and buttercream and wood notes. But if you retrohale it, then you get the white pepper. But and if you do that, this becomes, for somebody like myself who's more attracted to medium to full-bodied cigars, a cigar that's very enjoyable to smoke.
yes,
Even though it's not, the cigar that I would normally go to.
right,
So this cigar can really be smoked by a wide variety of people
yes,
with a wide variety of palates.
yes. I can't stop sipping this beer.
What do you like about the beer?
The finish. It's very citrusy in the back end. In the finish, it's very citrusy. It's very
In
nice.
the front, it's like grapefruit.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd go as far as grapefruit, but there is definitely a citrus finish on
lemony
that.
grapefruit is what I get.
Yeah, I definitely get the lemon. The grapefruit,
Oh, you don't get the pungent part?
no, not really.
I get really pungent grapefruit. I get the lemon, but it's like a grapefruit lemon. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a mix of the two. It's very enjoyable. It's very refreshing,
Yeah,
and it kind of for me, it kind of clears my palate.
yeah,
But then the cigar tastes a whole lot creamier,
yeah.
but it doesn't lose the spice in the retro either. And we've seen that happen
Yep.
with some beers and things.
Yeah.
Sometimes that it just totally changes what you like about the cigar.
Yeah.
And instead of emphasizing what you like about the cigar.
Yeah. I think the beer is just smoothing it, that cigar out, and it's just so good.
Well, let's talk a little quick about what's coming up here at Twins this month in October.
What do we got?
I can't believe it's October.
I know.
Can you believe
September
it's October?
was like a blink of the eye.
I can
can't
believe it.
It's time is flying so fast.
The cold
Next week
nights.
I'm going to be 90.
Years old?
Wow.
That's how fast time is going.
Damn.
That's what it seems like.
Father Time has not treated you well, young man.
No, it has not.
What are you talking about? But 90, he looks great.
Well, that is true. That is true. Of course, that makes you 85.
Oh, shut up.
All right.
Next episode is going to be Grumpier Old Men Smoking.
Oh, my goodness. Coming up October 12th and 13th, we have Mike Rosales from Roma Craft going to be dropping by Twins, both locations, 4 to 7 on the 12th for Hooksit, and 4 to 7 at Londonderry on Friday the 13th. Oh, my gosh. And there's going to be specials with box purchases of Roma Craft. You're going to be able to get what they're calling Frenchies. It's a barber pulled cigar in the Cro-Magnon family.
Whoa.
And they're not available in retail or for retail, and they only have a limited quantity. So this is a very kind of a once in a lifetime kind of event cigar thing. But you're going to get a pack of those with every box purchase.
Nice.
Of Roma Craft, and that's going to be fantastic. And then here at Londonderry, we're doing something in addition to that. We're having the Roma Craft and Temperance Speakeasy starting at 6 o'clock right here, right where I'm sitting. And it's $20, and that includes a Volstead cigar and a Old Forester 1920 pairing.
Nice.
There's going to be Prohibition-era finger foods and hors d'oeuvres, a presentation by Mike Morales on Roma Craft, of course, but and Temperance, Volstead in particular, and really how all those names are connected to the Prohibition and Temperance movement in the 1920s, and what they're trying to do with the whole line of cigars to raise awareness about cigars and government control and stuff like that. It's going to be a really, really good time. And it's the middle of October, and it's Friday the 13th. So we want you to dress up.
Absolutely.
We want you to dress up 1920s style.
1920s style.
Yeah.
1920 style. There's going to be prizes for the best dressed person. There's going to be a prize for the best hat. There's going to be prizes for people who come with a pocket watch.
Whoa.
Bring a pocket watch, you're going to get something.
All right.
And the $20 ticket that gets you your cigar and your drink, which is what you're going to do here anyway.
Yeah.
And it's going to be less money than if you did it here at the bar.
True.
Plus, you're getting snacks. Plus, you're getting time with Mike.
Yep.
And Kibitzing and everything, and getting a 101 Roma Craft course. It's going to be fantastic. But your ticket also allows you to take that $20 and put it towards a box purchase of Roma Craft cigars.
That's how you
Makes
do it
it
right there.
easier to get your Frenchies.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that is October 12th and 13th. And then the very next day, the 14th, we switch over to pipes, and we're doing an event called Pipetoberfest.
Girl.
This was an idea that one of the regulars at Pipe Club had. He actually came up with the name Pipetoberfest. And what it's going to be is, just like any pipe club, you can come and smoke whatever. You know, there's no membership or anything like that. But for $25, you're going to get to have 5 different beer pairings.
5?
Oh, that's horrible.
5 different
Sounds
beer
horrible.
pairings with Briarworks tobaccos. And they have all been Dan Leonard, who's the co-owner and founder of 603 Brewery, is going to
And
be
a good
there.
friend
And
of
he and I
mine's, yes.
smoked together the tobaccos, and he specifically paired these fall seasonals that they have over there with these tobaccos. So that's going to be great. Plus, now you can't be drinking beer and not be eating something. At least I can't. You
All
need
right.
the munchies, right?
Yeah.
So he's bringing the soft pretzels.
Ooh.
He's bringing beer cheese.
Oh,
Gotta
He's
love beer
bringing
cheese.
charcuterie boards from their kitchen.
wow.
All that for
Charcuterie
20.
boards.
All that for
Say that
25
5 times
bucks.
fast.
Beer, pretzels,
Food.
meats, plus the pie. Come on, it's going to be awesome.
I think I need to work Saturday. I
Kaz
don't
Walters is going to be there as well. There's
Kaz
going
is
to
gonna be there?
Kaz is going to be
Like
there
Kaz
as well,
cometh.
and we're going to be doing a Briarworks Pipes, Peterson Pipes, Savinelli Pipes show. And Kaz will be representing that. He'll also be able to answer any questions about Briarworks Tobacco, which he also reps with Loud DC. That's from 12 to 4, Saturday the 14th. If you want to just come and browse the pipes or
Yep.
smoke some tobacco or sit down, you're welcome to come. But the beer and the food, 25 bucks.
25
then,
and you're in.
Yep. And if you purchase 2 tins of the Briarworks pipe tobacco, you can take 10% off a pipe. If you
Right
buy
there.
3 tins of their pipe tobacco, you can take 20% off a pipe.
Man,
So-
oh man, sounds like a good deal, Dan.
It is a really good deal, and fall is it. Let's face it. We'll talk about this a little later on, but pipe season is ramping up.
Absolutely.
Pipe season is ramping up. And then the next weekend,
Oh, the next weekend. What do we have next? The weekend after that big
October
weekend.
20th,
Yeah.
Rocky Patel.
Oh,
The
Rocky.
man himself. is
Rocky's coming to town.
He's coming to town.
Just
He's
like
coming
Santa
here
Claus.
to Twins in Londonderry for an event from 4 to 7. And it's going to be a huge freaking event. Any box purchases or qualifying purchases of Rocky Patel is going to come with swag and cigars. And their swag this year is really epic.
What kind of swag they bringing?
They got lighters.
They got
Really-
cutters?
Lighters. I don't know that they have cutters this year.
Hmm.
But it's lighters, it's ashtrays, and it's party packs.
Ooh.
And with every box of their Twins 25th anniversary cigar,
Mhm.
every box purchase is going to get you a chance to go on a weekend overnight at Lake Winnisquam with Kurt and Rocky for Kurt's 60th birthday.
Man.
Jeez.
Translation, you're going to be
up.
partying for like 24 hours straight. It's
Yep.
going to be epic.
You should probably fast for a week before.
At least.
Just
Maybe.
saying.
And any 20-count purchase of Rocky Patel cigars will get you a chance to go to this thing as well. And that night, the 20th, Rocky is going to pick 3 winners, and those winners will be able to bring themselves and a guest to this event on the 21st and 22nd
Oh, my goodness.
at Lake
Goodness gracious
Winnisquam.
me.
The house that they have secured for this is amazing. I mean, it's right on the
Oh,
lake.
excuse me.
It's going to be gorgeous time up there. This is probably the best. In fall, it seems to me the leaves are changing a little bit later this year.
Yeah.
than they did
And they're
last
gonna
year.
be
Later this
beautiful.
year.
They're
I got.
gonna
I
be
mean, like,
beautiful
I
at
got
that
a.
time.
I got
They're
a.
gonna be
I got
beautiful
a
because
yard
of all
full
the
of
rain.
leaves. I got a yard full of leaves. You mean early? They started early this year. They started in September.
Yeah, but they're going to be
Oh,
beautiful.
I
I have a
It's still
yard
all-
full of orange leaves right
Still
now.
all green around my house.
Yeah,
it's
it's
green
green
around
here.
here. It's green around here.
Yeah.
Come over to my house.
I don't know.
You guys can bring the rakes. And you guys can rake up
Apparently,
some orange
well,
leaves.
we'll just
your
attach
trees
them to the
didn't get the
chickens.
message.
Tack them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could do that if you want.
So
Jeez.
that's what's going on at Twins. We have a lot going on.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Well, it's the end of the year. Usually, we have some good stuff going on. October is usually a big month in the year. November is going to be a pretty good one. We got some nice events coming up there, and obviously December, Christmas, New Year's. We usually put out
Yeah.
some cigars and Christmas packs and suggestions for the men and ladies that come in looking for
Yep.
Christmas ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, usually the end of the year, the last 2-3 months of the end of the year for us is usually big. It's usually busy.
Yeah.
It's usually stuff going on.
Yep. Let me ask you guys a question. I was looking around my humidor at home, and it's very full,
Yeah.
and it's like a 150 count humidor. It's not huge, but it's not small either.
Okay.
Right? Good selection of stuff there, And as I'm kind of looking through it, looking for something to smoke, I kind of realized a lot of the cigars in there are things that have been, I've collected from here and there, but they're not necessarily my favorite kind of things to smoke. They're cigars. You know what I mean?
Well, why would you have them in there?
Well, that's the thing. I started asking myself, why? How did this happen? How did my humidor end up getting full? Because
you
these
bring home all the stuff from work,
Well,
and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna smoke this, I'm gonna smoke that, and you smoke all day at work. You don't smoke at home, or when you do, you smoke your pipe. So then you slowly weed out all the good stuff.
Well, that's
now
the thing.
you're left
It's like
with okay
I
cigars.
used to have it so that I had a fair amount of cigars for myself, and I had cigars that
Thank
I
you,
would
Kendra.
give to people who wanted one, who were over there.
All right.
Not everybody likes the heavier bodied stuff that I usually smoke.
Right.
So you want to have a variety there for people to do.
So what, you have like nothing but Ashtons there now? Or something?
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But do you guys experience that too? I mean,
No,
is your
because my
humidor
humidor
have that problem.
Is your humidor full of clutter of things that you look at and you go, no?
No, I absolutely don't have that problem. I have
But you
cigars.
smoke everything.
I do.
Yeah.
I have some certain cigars in there that I make sure that I have time, at least 2 hours out of the day, to smoke them. Some I don't bring here, some I do, but I mean, I don't have anything in there that I wouldn't smoke or that I don't like, or I'm gonna save this for 20 years from now or something like that. Like, no, everything that's in my humidor, I'm gonna be smoking, or I've already smoked, and it's like my everyday smoke. So I can't hold on to anything. I'm
about you,
always
Dave?
smoking.
I don't have anything in my humidors. Actually, that's a lie. I have
Hamburgers.
no.
Hamburgers.
I have
a weird thing to
a
have.
box of 724s.
I'm like almost done
that's
that
it.
box.
Yeah, he smoked his box in like 3 days.
No, I still have like I have at
Those are
least
so good.
15
I just
cigars.
can't help myself.
3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. There's nothing wrong with that.
I brought
20 cigars
I brought
in
one
3
for
days.
the after podcast. So,
Mhm.
Well, yeah, the
Sorry.
cigars that we got from Kurt, which Kurt, I thank you very much, and I'm enjoying those every day.
I can't keep
I got like
cigars.
2 left.
I smoke too much.
I have the same problem. Like I said, there's a couple in there that I won't touch or that I will eventually smoke, but no, I mean everything in there from the factory smokes to my wife's aunt's cigars, the La Faraona cigars, to the factory 57s, to the factory smokes, to some other ones that I have in there that I like I said, that I'll make sure that I have at least 2 hours.
You have rare ones.
I do. I have one rare cigar in there.
What does rare mean?
Rare is, I don't even think you can get it right now. It was given to me by, all right, I'll just say it. So Steve Saka was here the other day,
Yeah.
and he handed me a chubby unicorn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Are you saying that sarcastically or?
No, I'm saying that you're like the only employee who's ever gotten a unicorn.
Yeah, so he handed me a chubby unicorn, which is like a small, short Perfecto unicorn, and I have that in my humidor.
When are you gonna smoke it?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to get some really good scotch to smoke that. Like, I have some good
Don't ruin
scotches
the scotch.
and some single malts. No, I'm going to get like 18 or 21 year, probably a 21 year Glenfiddich. I really want to have a really good scotch with that.
Dateable scotch.
And
Yeah, what? Oh, boy. I'm not smoking that anytime soon.
Oh,
But
Chubby unicorn.
that is the only cigar in my humidor that I am very hesitant to even just smoke or pick up because I know how hard that cigar is to get. So I
well, it's
don't
only
know.
been a couple days, so
No, it hasn't. I've had that thing for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And that
that's
is
forever.
that's the longest. I mean,
it is.
I had the longest that I've ever held on to a cigar for, which was 6 months, I had an Opus X Oro. I had it for 6 months, and it was the worst time to smoke it because I had mouth surgery. I had,
What
and I
can
had stitches.
Smoke? I need
had
to smoke some mouth.
I had
I'll smoke
stitches in my mouth. Hey Alex, how you doing, bud? I had stitches in my mouth, and it was like day 3 of the stitches. They were like starting to come out on their own, and I said, you know what? I hadn't smoked anything in 3 days, and that was the first thing I grabbed.
Wow.
Which was a mistake because
Yeah.
I couldn't taste a damn thing.
Sure.
And I was so mad at myself, but I just kept on smoking.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That
when
was a
you like-
bad
When you
idea.
smoke like a very mild Connecticut, you know,
I mean,
because you're not going to get.
I didn't think the Oro was that strong.
How would you know? You couldn't taste it.
Well, I tasted some of it, but I mean, my jaw was hurting. I mean, I was spitting blood at the same time smoking the cigar, so it wasn't the greatest.
That's
That wasn't the good.
that wasn't the time to do it.
No, absolutely not.
Were
But I
you
was
drinking?
yeah.
That's why you're spitting blood, because you're
I
thinning
was-
your blood out, boy.
I was
Oh,
was
man.
drinking Booker's
Oh.
bourbon at the same time.
Oh.
It was horrible, man. It
Oh.
was so bad.
Oh,
It was a 120 proof bourbon
Oh.
with an Oro with stitches in my mouth. And it
Oh.
was just hot. It was just a
Oh.
bad. I was fiending for a cigar, man, and I was like, yeah,
Oh.
let's do this. And I did it, thought it was a good idea, and it did not.
It wasn't.
No.
All right, let's switch gears. We're going to do the 724 flashback. The 724 flashback is a weekly segment highlighting historical events brought to you by 724 Cigars.
You know what we should have?
Smoke a piece of history.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
unequal.
You know what we should have as a stinger? Like a piece of the Back to the Future theme song for the flashback. That would be pretty cool
Going back in
what?
time.
because we're going back in time.
time.
Well, you can do something like that or the actual theme song. I don't know if we'd get sued.
Yeah,
But if we won't get sued if it's under like 5 seconds, right?
I think it's under 7 seconds.
Under 7 seconds, right?
7 seconds. Yeah.
Let's try that for next episode.
Okay. On this day, October 2nd, in 1959,
J. Edgar Hoover. No? Okay, I was trying.
The Twilight Zone made its initial appearance on TV.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
inaugural episode of The Twilight Zone. And ironically, 5 years later, in 1964, scientists announced findings that smoking can cause cancer.
Can it?
Is there a connection between the Twilight
The
Zone?
Twilight Zone.
Pretty sure that was one of the episodes. The Twilight Zone. Yeah, I'm
it's
pretty
like-
I
sure.
blame the Marlboro
It's
Man.
like, okay, yeah, but so can eating hot dogs and drinking Diet Coke. I mean, lots of things can cause
Cancer?
Mhm.
I mean, you know,
Like
specifically
the
lung
sun.
cancer?
Yeah.
I mean,
That thing that we go out in front of every single day of our lives.
it's kind of ironic that they post this stuff and they say smoking can cause cancer and we should stop, but I mean they're funding all that stuff too, so
I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
right.
I will readily admit that, inhaling like you do with cigarettes,
Well, that's
changes-
like
but there's-
that's putting a multiplier on it.
that's putting a multiplier. I mean, if
They chemically
you're
altered the tobacco and cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
just so you can inhale
There's
it.
so
mean,
many.
it's a-
Not even that. It just keeps the chemicals that are inside the cigarettes allow it to keep burning out.
Yeah.
And that's what you're inhaling. You're not inhaling just regular smoke from tobacco. You're inhaling all the carcinogens that are in that tobacco that they make that with.
but tasting and smelling it like you do with cigars, like you do with pipes.
Yeah.
It's a much different experience. And while I know that there are exceptions, like statistically speaking, but personally, I don't know any smokers who have mouth and lung related cancers. I don't know any.
Well, it's kind of funny
I
how
don't-
like the leaders in the industry go to be like 90, 100 years old, and they smoke like 20 freaking thousand cigars a day.
Yeah.
Well,
I
look
don't.
at-
I don't. Yeah, and I don't know any of them that had cancer. They died of
of old
Natural
age.
Of old age.
Well, look at the gentleman that just passed, Don Placencia.
Yep.
I mean, he just passed a couple days ago.
Yep.
And I mean, how old was he? He was 90, right, or something like that.
No, he was younger. He was in
Oh,
his
he was?
70s. He was kind of anomalous. But again, it didn't have anything to do with.
What's smoking?
Oh, cancer.
Nope,
Yep.
had nothing to do with that,
So,
man.
just some weird stuff there. But anyway, that's our 724 flashback for tonight. A weekly segment highlighting historical events brought to you by 724 Cigars. Smoke a piece of history.
Absolutely unequaled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we're coming to the end of the first half of the show. So what's our final thoughts here on
Yum.
the Aganorsa Leaf Aniversario
I mean,
it's
Connecticut
damn good,
Toro?
Yeah.
Especially with this IPA, man. That
I
is
know.
crazy
It's like
good.
the perfect match.
That is crazy
This
good,
is
man.
like these things were made for each other.
Yeah. Good. Much respects to Kendra. I mean, she's done it again. I know.
Mm.
I know. We haven't got her on the show in a long time, and I was talking to Danny. And
Sausage.
we need to get her back on the show
Yeah.
at some point in time. We need to get her back on the show. We need to get the mix off.
Isn't Gowith and Hogarth releasing like the rope in the chopped up form now?
Yes.
We should put her on for that so she can have some sausage rope.
Sausage rope.
Mhm.
Play the clip. Play the clip. Dirt.
Sausage rope.
There you go.
There it is. Yes. All right. So as we switch over to the pipe, we're also switching.
Brewskis. Wow, I'm gonna have a lot to drink later.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna love
Here you
it.
go.
Oh, that's for me. Thank you. You're gonna love this one, bud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she picked this one out too.
Yeah.
It's this one again is
Yummy.
very yummy. This one's in Kentucky bourbon pumpkin ale or Kentucky bourbon
As long as it's not pumpkin spice.
pumpkin. Why you don't like pumpkin spice? Nothing to say, son. Nothing to say.
No.
Dave loves pumpkin spice.
Mm-mm.
He's a huge pumpkin geek.
He's
Nope.
he's a pumpkin guy.
I'm an
Pumpkin
apple
bumpkin.
guy. I'm an apple guy.
He's an apple guy.
All right. So what we're smoking for our pipe tobacco tonight is this Carolina Red Flake small batch. It's the Carolina Red Flake with Perique this year, and from the tin, if I can actually read this,
Good luck.
it says our tribute to the old belt Carolina Red Flake with Perique showcases two remarkable flue-cured grades. Heirloom 2013 Virginia Reds and matured 2019 for Georgian Red Orange Leaf. Elevated by a generous portion of genuine St. James Perique. Balancing deep undertones of port wine and some stone fruits with highlights of pepper, spice, and citrus.
And everything nice.
It's rich, deep, and complex. It's how a Virginia Perique flake should be. Vapor. So we'll tell you our opinion about whether or not it lives up to that kind of hype. That's
So-
a great description there.
I take it it's not the same as the last one that had that 18-year-old Perique in it.
No, it does not have that 18-year-old Perique. The Perique is from 2022, and it is their genuine St. James Perique from 31 Farms, which basically Cornell and Diehl has a relationship with, where they get their
Because
Perique.
Jeremy Reeves works in the field, so he picks
Whoa.
the stuff, he helps
All right.
press it, he does everything. So they're like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
thanks for helping us make it.
Here you
can
go.
have all of it.
Oh, wow. That's very generous of them.
Yep. So that's what we're doing there, and as we're lighting this up and kind of getting into it, what is the deal with pumpkin spice? Every freaking fall it comes out, and it's like I go up to Dunkin' Donuts, and there's like 18 different things that you can get with pumpkin
muffins,
spice. Pumpkin muffins,
donuts.
pumpkin donuts.
Like, don't get me wrong. A pumpkin muffin,
latte,
a pumpkin muffin is good.
coffee, pumpkin. There's pumpkin cold brew. I mean, come on. I mean, what is it? It's like, can we at least have some other choices?
I'm pretty sure there are other choices there. I don't go to Dunkin's.
It's like pumpkin or
often, but
non-pumpkin. But
I
it's the
mean,
same at Starbucks. It's the same at all those places. It's all pumpkin
I don't
spice. free.
frequent
they don't
any
have
of those
apple
other
cider.
establishments.
Why don't they have apple cider donuts? You know,
That's a good
why
question.
don't they have like caramel apple coffee? You know, why
I don't
don't
know
they?
that
They totally ditched the apple. Very upset.
You
with
know, you should start your own coffee company.
I don't
Dave.
know that apple really goes with coffee, to be fair. But,
True.
you know, pumpkin spice, I just think it's totally overdone.
It might be. I mean, it's only for October, but yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you there that it can get.
And then
A
it gets
little
into
over-
the beer.
Yeah,
You know, we got the
Well,
we
pumpkin
have-
pumpkins
beers.
are synonymous
we have
with
a little
Halloween.
so with this
you
beer,
know, it's Halloween month. You know,
it is. And
What do we think of this thing?
what the beer,
The beer.
or I
The
don't know.
beer.
I don't know. What do you
The
guys think?
beer. I'm trying to cleanse my palate from the other one.
It is very tasty. I'll tell you that.
Ooh,
It's very tasty. And you said it was had a 10 ABV?
Yes, 10%.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna have a good time tonight, boys, with this one. But it doesn't taste like it though. I mean, it doesn't
No,
come off as like
it doesn't- it
as
doesn't
like
at all.
very smooth, very light. It's got this nice finish of light pumpkin. It's not like a complete like just like straight pumpkin. There's some little pumpkin in there.
There's definitely a pumpkin spice to it.
I wouldn't say a spice. I'd say a
it's
pumpkin.
in them. It's in. I'm getting in the finish.
Ah,
There's a spice at the finish. A
Okay.
little bite left on the tongue.
little bite on the tongue.
Well, what do you think of the Carolina Red Flake with Perique?
Actually,
it's-
I like it a lot better than the last serving. You know, I feel like
It's more well-rounded.
I feel like the 18-year Perique kind of like mellowed it way too much. It was too mild for me last time, and I was just like, oh, there's barely any stone fruit. You know, it was kind of like musty, which usually
Right.
can be a good thing.
Yeah.
But it just, it just didn't fit it.
It was almost like it was maybe a little bit beyond its prime.
You know.
Yeah.
And the so that being said, this year when I heard it was coming out, I was kind of like, oh boy, here we go again.
Well, you had a
And
lot of
I'm
questions for
pleasantly-
Jeremy when it was.
I'm
when he was
totally
here.
pleasantly surprised.
I'm not surprised. I'm very happy how good this is. I mean, Jeremy, he blended it, so I mean,
Yep.
everything that he blends or everything that his magical fingers touch, it's just delicious. I mean, this is no exception. This is just, I mean, this is a fantastic blend. I mean, it's complex. You get everything all at once, and it's not overwhelming, and it's not blasting your palate with one or the other or anything like that. So, I mean, it's,
No, I like this blend a lot.
yeah,
It's
This is a really good vapor.
yeah.
yeah.
Yep. It's got that really deep, rich stone fruit notes from the Virginias, that little citrusy zip. And, even a straight Virginia, can have spices to it.
Yeah.
You add that with the Perique, and you get that kind of plummy, raisiny layer to what the Virginias are already offering.
Yep.
And then that black pepper kind of spice that you only get with Perique. It's really, really good.
It's very delicious. Very delicious. It does go pretty damn well with the beer.
What do you think, Dave? Does it go well with the beer to you?
I think, well, I feel like if you take a nice sip of the beer, and then I feel like it washes out the smoke, but I feel like if you just wait, then, the smoke kind of like takes back over again, and I don't know.
I think it adds it brings out a sweet earthy note out
Yeah.
in the tobacco where it didn't before. Because I was smoking this earlier,
Oh, yeah.
and
So was
it wasn't like this earlier. You got a lot more of that spice in the Perique and the Virginias and the complexities of it and smooth. But this, when you're drinking the beer with the tobacco, you get more of that earthy sweetness in there. Almost like a nutty earthiness in there. It's really nice.
Yeah, it does get more nutty, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's That's interesting.
Maybe it's pumpkin seeds.
Oh my goodness, maybe.
Oh my God, pumpkin seeds!
I do
love
like some good
seeds.
pumpkin seeds though.
Roasting pumpkin seeds, I do
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, man. Put a little salt on there.
Mom
Bada
used to
bing.
make those. Oh, so good. Oh man.
Dry them out. Throw them in the oven.
All right. While we're on the subject of pipes, one of the I don't want to say drawbacks, but one of the facts of life about my work here at Twins
Facts of life?
recently is that I'm often in the back room, working on, adding product or price changes or creating content for our social media and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so I'm not often out on the floor. That said, the door is almost always open, and I hear a lot of what's going on out there. And to me, I hear a lot of people coming in and going to pipes.
Yeah.
And my question to you guys is, the fall is like pipe season.
Yep.
Anybody who smokes a pipe at all, if they don't do it all year long, this is the season they're going to do it. But it seems like more and more people are coming in and getting into it than it was last year, the year before. And I'd like to know whether you think, is that just a result of the fact that we have a great selection of pipes and tobacco here, and there's not many other places to go that have the selection we do? Or is it there are people who were not pipe smokers before who are picking it up again, or people who put the pipe down for years and are picking it up again and coming back? Like, are more people
I'll tell
doing
you
pipes?
exactly what it is.
What is it? Tell us.
Anybody who's remotely on the shelf for a possible pipe smoker comes into Twins and sees Pipe Club going on when they're walking to the humidor, and they're like, "What's going on?" I honestly think that is like the biggest spark to the pipe fire.
I agree.
You
I
know?
agree. I think
And I smoke my pipe. I'll have a cigar when I first get to work, but after that I smoke my pipe. And people ask me about it, and I'll tell them, I'm like, if you smoke cigars, you should smoke pipes, because it's just the other half of the wheel. It is there's a tobacco wheel out there, and you are currently missing out.
yeah. I
Finish
agree.
your spectrum.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, for the Saturdays that I've worked in the past that we've had Pipe Club and people come in and see the crowd and smell the tobacco and they get curious and they linger around for a little bit and then a lot of times they leave and then they'll come back later on.
They go, what the hell is that?
Yeah, and then they're like, what's going on there? But lately, because I haven't been working Saturdays, just people coming in, being curious, and they'll kind of, wander around the walk-in, and then they'll go over to the other section of the retail, and they're like, oh, well, what's down here? And then I bring them down there and, show them all the pipes that we have and all the pipe tobaccos. And now that we have the whole case of Esoterica and Germain, I mean, they start asking questions. I start giving answers. And 20, 30 minutes into the talk, they're buying a pipe cleaners. They're getting, Granite State or Autumn Evening, and $50 later, they're smoking a pipe. So I mean, I think it's the curiosity when they go down there, and then there are people that I can't say get turned away from other shops, but other shops advise them about us and how much of a selection that we have and the events that we have and everything. So they come over being curious to see what we have, and then they're kind of like, wow, they're taken back because of the selection that we have. We have over 100 types of pipe tobaccos down there. We usually have anywhere from 50 to 60 pipes from anywhere from 7Ellie and Peterson and 4th Gen. We got some regular
Nordings and
Nordings, basket
Nordings,
pipes. We even got corn cobs for the guys that just want to grab and go. I mean, we have it all. So I think it's a combination of everything. And then we get some people that are like, hey, like a gentleman that I spoke to today, Dean, if you're watching, how you doing? A gentleman came in, and which we actually had in the past as well, that hey, this was my father's pipe, he's passed, and I want to pick it up and I want to start smoking it. So, there's those gentlemen and ladies that are out there as well. So
remembering their dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Or grandfather.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
So I think it's a combination of
particularly
everything.
particularly today, I noticed 3 or 4 people come in who went down there, who had no idea about Pipe Club, who I'd never seen them before.
Yeah.
But they came in and ended up leaving with pipes and tobaccos and stuff like that, and it just seems to be something that's on the surge.
Yeah. I think it is. It's coming back full circle. You know what I mean? And when again, and I always say this, when Danny got on, you know what I mean, he completely revamped our pipes and pipe tobacco and what we are as tobacconists, and brought us to a whole
love
new
to
level.
see a picture of what it used to look like.
Oh God, I don't even.
My
God.
love that. There's got to be. I'm sure Kurt has something of what it used to look like.
Maybe. I mean, we had, when I first started, which was before you guys, the pipe section consisted of a rack. Actually, the rack was the rack that we have, Danny, that we have those aromatics, those flavored aromatics, and
Yep.
where we have our showcase, where we have our showcase of 724 blends. I mean, that was it. I mean, we had a few racks of pipe tobacco, which was, I mean, obviously Granite State. You had Hookset Hazelnut. You had some of the one of the whiskey ones, Whiskey Highland.
But there were no tins.
Northern Gentleman. No, we had no tins. We had just bags, and that was it. And then, little by little, we kind of started to build it up a little bit. And then when Danny got on, I mean, I remember old Sean ripping out his hair because Danny was just buying pipes left and right. I mean, like, he would have 2 boxes of pipes and pipe tobacco, and then would have like 1 box of like Aroma de Cubas or something like that. And old Sean would be like, Danny, what the hell is this? Kurt's gonna flip his head. What's going on here? Oh my God! And it was, I mean, the back and forth banter between Sean and Danny in the early days. It was epic. It was so epic. It was funny, but I mean, he did it all in good faith, and he brought Danny on, and he trusted Danny to do it.
Well,
I mean, look at it now. I mean,
the best part is the pipe events do as well, if not better, than most of the cigar events.
well, yeah. I mean, the Pipe Club, when we first introduced the Pipe Club, I mean, we only broke out like a round table, some chairs, and I mean, immediately into the event, I remember we broke out the round table, and then we had to break out more chairs, and then we're like, no, we have to break out the long tables. And now it's just like a normal, like, normally you get 20 people down there, and that's normal. Like, back in the day, it was like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So I mean, our pipe game and the customers, the knowledge of pipes and tobaccos. I mean, we're educating ourselves, and we're educating our customer base as well. So I mean, we've grown so much, and it's just been a beautiful journey.
It's like night and day difference.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, like I said, a lot of times when I walk through and look through the pipes and in the tobacco, and I just remember just that one little single rack of just 2-ounce bags, and it's like, man, we have grown so much, and it's definitely all thanks to you, Danny, man. That's just great.
Well, thank you. It's I've loved seeing how we've grown over the last 4.5 years, and I'm excited to keep doing that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just always astonished because I don't feel like I'm just doing events that I think would be fun, and listening to people and finding out what people are interested in and bringing it in, and then doing fun events around that.
Yeah.
Like the whole Pipetoberfest thing. When that whole thing came up. Hey, let's do beer pairings with tobacco. You know what? That sounds really cool. And Pipetoberfest sounds fun, and it just kind of morphed into this. Now it's a pipe show and
annual.
everything.
Yeah, you're getting heads of companies coming by, and
the first ever
staying.
pipe dinner.
Had the pipe dinner. Yeah.
Yep. No, it's been good. It's been very good. I look forward to that. Second Saturday of the month is one of my favorite days of the month. It's true.
Yeah, I mean,
we have a lot of fun.
I mean, and we get Jeremy Reeves up here. I mean, he doesn't do events, period. Or he doesn't do many events.
Doesn't do many.
He doesn't do many events, and I mean, we got him here twice.
Well,
I mean, that's a big accomplishment right there.
Like big events.
Yeah,
With
they're
like,
usually
expos and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but not like in a store.
Yeah. I
Exactly.
mean, to have somebody of his caliber in the pipe tobacco industry to come to the store is a huge thing.
And then on top of that, to have him book the next year's date on the day that he's there. You know,
he did it again this year too.
Yeah, I mean,
so I mean, like, come on. I mean, that's just
amazing.
It is
It's
popping.
short of amazing. It's nothing short of amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
If you like pipes, come to the Winds.
So, well, that's enough about pipes and stuff.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yes, let's do that.
Sean's not enjoying that much.
Yeah, I haven't been able to convert everybody, but
It's all right.
there's still time.
There's still time.
There's always hope.
And speaking of that, you know, I think some people have that attitude. There's still time to try this again. And let's talk about all the reboots that are happening in the world right now.
Like movies or like what? Like
they rebooted. They tried to reboot, you know, Little Mermaid, Snow White. They're doing. They're doing a Highlander reboot.
I'm happy
Well,
about that.
I heard they're casting Henry Cavill. So I mean,
Yeah,
if they're casting Henry Cavill,
But they're not. I don't think they're casting Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill was like part of the. Hey, let's do this.
I hope so.
You know, reboot.
I mean, that'd be great.
Because he's definitely.
They've rebooted Frasier.
Did they?
Yep, they've rebooted Frasier. That's starting up again in just a couple of weeks.
Man.
They're doing a reboot of Zorro. Mm-hmm. The Lord of the Rings has been
there hasn't been
is under
much Zorro
contract
going
to reboot it.
Why?
You know, and where is all that? Does nobody have any like fresh ideas
It's
of
called a
anything?
cash cow, bro.
But why? That's like not even that. Like,
You know.
leave it alone, man.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings was
It's
just
like Star Wars. Just leave it alone.
stop. Disney.
That's the
It's
whole
all
thing. It's
Disney,
like,
man. I mean,
you know what
Disney's
the scary part is, though?
God.
Is Lucas asked Mark Hamill to hand his lightsaber over to someone, and this
Did he
was
refuse?
and this was. Do you know when he was talking to? I just saw the interview. It was with Mark Hamill, and it was right after Empire came out, and he said, "When do you think the new films are going to come out?" I said, "I don't know, like probably around like 2011 or something."
Yeah.
And I was just floored that you know he was already thinking about it, and I was just like, "Wow!" I'm like, but yeah, he didn't hand his lightsaber over. It was just kind of like, you know, I don't know. Ray just
Man.
kind of like got everything for free. You know, Luke had to lose a hand and lost his mentor and everything like that. Ray didn't go through crap. She just got everything handed to her on a silver plate. You're the chosen one, the really real chosen one, or whatever. It was just a ripoff. I hated it. It's so stupid.
Yeah. They need to stop doing remakes, man.
Just
They
go
need to
back. Go
stop.
back 2,000 years into the old republic. Do whatever you want. Nothing's really written about it. Have some fun. Stop trampling on our heroes. You had 3 great people that you could have, teamed up again, and we would have been so happy.
Well, they
And
killed
the
off
only,
Han Solo.
the
I
only
mean,
person
Jesus.
who's done any justice has been Dave Filoni with the Ahsoka and with the Mandalorian, with the Luke Skywalker scene. Like,
Who?
who?
You just said Dave who?
Filoni?
Who the hell is Dave Filoni? You mean Dave Favreau?
There's Mike Favreau, right?
We gotta look that up, man. Dave Filoni. That's the first time I heard that name.
Yeah. You gotta pay attention.
I guess so. All right then.
He wrote the Clone Wars with Lucas.
Well, okay.
So, and they just had. Have you watched Ahsoka?
It's
I haven't,
John
no.
Favreau.
John Favreau.
John Favreau.
Yeah,
Sorry.
John
Yeah.
Favreau. So he.
Let's yeah.
So spoiler alert. There's this. Did you watch the Clone Wars, the cartoon?
No, dude. I'm married. I got 40.
You're an anime guy.
I got 42
Come on.
chickens.
So anyway.
Come on, man.
42 chickens.
So everybody.
That's a lot of work,
Everybody.
bro.
Everybody gave Hayden Christensen a lot of crap for the role portrayal of Anakin, And I honestly feel like it was more of a director's problem than it was an actor's problem because the guy's done great in like a lot of other stuff that he's been in, and they just they're bringing a lot of Clone Wars, the animated series Clone Wars, not the movie, back into Ahsoka because she was from the Clone Wars animated series, anyways. And there's at the end of the animated series, there was, or close to the end, there was this time when they were in this world between worlds, and they went back there with Ahsoka because she had a little near-death experience, and Anakin, the ghost of Anakin, met her there, and it was Hayden Christensen.
It was. I saw the clip.
And he was giving her final training, and it was probably like one of the best lightsaber sequences I had ever seen in Star Wars. It was just like I almost cried because it was just like they were giving he was giving what the fans actually wanted to see, and it was like he tied in everything. Like she said to him, the same line that Luke said to Darth Vader. And it was
Hamburger or fries?
no, I forget.
Can I give you a
I
hand?
forget what the line was.
Oh my
But
god.
the point is that it was a very memorable, time in like the Return of the Jedi when Luke had said this to Darth Vader, and she said it, and he just looked at her like he you could see the ping of the memory coming back into his face because he heard it from Luke before. He was like, I've heard that before. And then it was you just get goosebumps. Like you were just like, wow, they really just nailed it. And it was awesome. So, I mean, it depends on the reboot, But Ahsoka, seriously, if you're a Star Wars fan, you got to watch it because it is right up the fans' alley. It is beautiful.
I don't know. I got chickens. I got a lot to worry about at home. I can't.
I can't believe you haven't seen Clone Wars. Oh my god,
Man, I'm like, by the
I
time.
haven't either.
I mean, look, by the
some of the
time.
best Star Wars ever was.
By
Clone
the time
Wars.
I get into bed, look, this is the schedule, right? I get home, or not even that. Say on my day off, after our projects are kind of done.
You need to reboot your schedule.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, we let the chickens roam. Because at that time, they're usually out for about an hour or 2 hours. Then they bring themselves in because then sun goes down. Close them up, make sure they're good. We get inside. We clean up the house, do what we got to do. Shower, change, whatever. Do it as soon as we hit the bed. We turn the TV on, and more than likely, we fall asleep while browsing Netflix, bro. It's not even cool. That's just what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. And then I wake up at 4 in the morning to work out. So, I mean, that's my life as it is right now, man. I'm sorry, Dave.
Whatever. Whatever.
So, what's the final thoughts here on the Carolina Red Flake?
Come on.
It's
Do you
just
even
really
need
good stuff.
Do you even need to ask us that? I mean,
Apparently, we all really
It's
like
kind
it.
of the show.
I mean, it. The thing that surprised me was how well the beer went with this. I mean, I honestly, because Kendra picked it out and she just said here, and I tasted a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, this will probably go pretty good. But I mean, I never thought that it was gonna go this good.
Wow. I think you fried. I think it went okay at best. It was okay.
I thought.
First pairing was like, angels were born with that pairing.
Are angels
Okay.
born or made?
Whatever, born, made, they're still born.
Created would probably be the word.
There you go. Danny is the clergyman here. I'm pretty sure he can explain that.
Yep. Next week, we are going to be doing a special show with Mike Rosales on Friday.
So no
after
Monday
the
show?
event. So our show will be next week, Friday. Friday, 8 o'clock.
Why? You got somewhere to go? You got a hot date? What do you got? You got to work, and then you're here.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yep. You've already agreed to it.
No. I agreed to it, but
What?
I need to talk to Jay.
Why?
Oh, I'm gonna be here, but I want to be here early. I don't want to be here at fucking 7:20 for a big show like that on a Friday.
So?
No, not happening. Getting out early. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make sure you talk to your
I will.
store manager.
I'm all for doing the show. I'm nothing against that. I want to do the show. I think it's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome.
It is
There
going to
you
be
go.
awesome.
Absolutely.
So
Mike's
next
gonna be
week there will not be a Monday show. We'll be meeting Friday the 13th at 8 o'clock, maybe
Awesome.
a little bit after, depending on how we can get set up. It's going to be very busy, but we're shooting for 8 o'clock with Mike Rosales. It's going to be a really, really good time,
Yes.
and make sure you're here for that.
Week?
It is.
Yeah, it's already next week, bro.
Yeah.
It's already
October's
October.
halfway over. It's
That's ridiculous.
it's not even.
How much time we
It's a
got left?
second, and it's halfway over.
How much time we got left?
That's it.
What do you mean that shit? I thought we had like another hour.
No, it's over.
Well, the bar doesn't close anyways until like another hour anyway. So I mean, we got
That's true.
time.
Well, it doesn't close for us, but it does close.
So I got one
Not
last
so
question
close.
for both of you guys.
No.
What is your favorite
Color.
fall activity? I know, Danny, we were talking about this earlier. I wanted it to
Yes.
be a segment, and we didn't fit it in, so I'm going to fit it in right now.
My favorite fall activity is, let's see.
Raking the leaves out of your front lawn?
No, not at all.
While you're thinking about that, my favorite fall activity is going up to the Kangamees Highway and seeing all of the foliage with all the Asians.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that is your brother told me that same thing earlier.
That's what your favorite activity was.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's what you said about me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
what's yours?
Hot tub.
Do you have a hot tub?
I do have a hot tub.
Is it working?
It is working.
Oh.
Yep. I was in it yesterday.
Oh.
I'll be in it tonight.
Very, very nice.
There's nothing like being out in the fall in the hot tub. It's nice.
Nope, there really isn't. I can vouch for that.
It's very good. Very good. Nick, what about you?
This
Huh.
was your question. You better not have to think about it.
Apple picking.
Apple picking.
I wanted the suspense to build, man. Come on. I
You gonna
I
have me make an apple pie with your apples again?
Yeah, I'll bring you. Would it be a bushel?
Or
Bushel,
well,
yeah.
it
A
doesn't.
bushel of
All I need
apples?
all I need is 12 per
I'll-
pie.
I'll get you a big thing of apples, man. I mean, that was.
I'm gonna say Macintosh.
You make damn good apple pie.
Thank you.
Damn good.
Learned
apple
from
pie.
my mama.
That's damn good apple pie, brother.
Are you happy now?
I'm happy now.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah, you're happy now.
All right.
do we have to end the show, man?
We do.
Come
to
on. Everybody's still watching TV.
Has
Nobody even knows we're even
I
here.
wish I could turn the camera around.
I mean, nobody even
Nobody
knows
knows
we're
we're here
here.
because there's nobody here.
There's well, they're all at the bar. We
Thanks
got the whole
for watching. And that's
Yeah.
not just blowing
We got-
smoke. He's just blowing smoke.
I'm always
But
blowing
that's
smoke.
not just blowing smoke.
Stay smoky, my friends.
Adios.